All right, so can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
All right, so before we start or before we go back to the original number where we left last meeting, so I just would like to ask you guys regarding with the laboratory number 9. So let me just download it again. All right, so were all of you able to do or finish the laboratory number 9? May nakagawa na ba sa inyo? The blinking and LED using black the objectives. Nagawa mo, Mr. Barasi?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so gumana. So basically, gumana sa'yo itong ito. Nagpakita sa'yo kaagad to, itong pre-built Blackly programs.
Yes, sir. Dinoble click ko lang yung main visual.
Dinouble click mo lang tong program, di ba? Or itong main.visual.
Opo, sir. Yung main.visual, sir. Tapos nagpakita na yung mga block.
Anong gamit mong version ng Packet Tracer? Yung nasa LinkedIn ba? O yung latest?
Yung latest, sir.
Okay. So, how about the others? Napagana nyo ba or napalabas nyo ba to, itong pre-built Blackly program? Or sino
Hindi,
dito?
sir.
Merong hindi lumalabas? Kasi sa akin, hindi rin lumalabas eh. As in blanco yung main.visual ko. Tapos, trinay ko din, in my case, I tried doing it manually. Yung ito, kasi kinuha ko siya dito sa yung mga pin access, networking, blah, blah, blah. Kompleto naman siya eh. Pwede mo naman siyang gawin. Yun. So, nung trinay ko as in ganito, tapos nung kinikilik ko yung run, walang nagpapakita. Hindi naman nagbi-blink yung LED. So, even this one, pinalitan ko yung 1023, yung value, ganun pa rin. Walang ginagawa sa program. Meron bang ganun din sa inyo? Walang nagpakita ang black or pre-built blocks?
Wala, sir.
Dalawa lang kami may problema ni Mr. Pangalan nun? Si Mr. Dave. Dito ba siya ngayon? Wala yata siya ngayon dito. Si Dancel, naalala ko. Si Dancel. Sabi niya, wala daw sa kanya. And then, trinay ko sa akin, wala din sa akin. Si Mr. Jairus din. Wala rin si Mr. Jairus.
Wala rin.
Tatlo kami. So ko sana malaman kung ano yung nangyari. Mr. Dumagat, wala rin. Ano nga ako? Pabilang ako kung sino yung mga meron. Wala rin sa inyo. Wala rin kay Mr. Carl. So, almost lahat wala. Ang meron lang, kahit gawin manually. Alright, so yun na nga. Alright, so since hindi natin alam yung real output, okay, ng dalawa, kung nagbiblink po yung LED or hindi. So, ano kaya? Can we just skip? Is it okay for you guys if we skip laboratory number 9? Pero may nakagawa kasi eh. So what are your thoughts, guys? Gusto nyo bang i-skip na lang natin to? Itong laboratory number 9 using Blackly. So what are your thoughts regarding with my opinion? Hello guys, nandiyan pa ba kayo? Hello. You guys there? Naririnig niyo pa ba ako?
Here, sir.
So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ano sa tingin nyo? Alright, so ganito na lang siguro. Yung mga nakapagpagana, okay. So, keep nyo na lang muna yung mga sagot nyo kung sakali. And then sa mga hindi pa nakapagpagana, okay, so try kong ulitin ulit. And then we'll decide before the midterm exam kung ire-required ko pa ba siya or hindi. So, sa mga hindi gumagana yung yung mga blocks, yung hindi nagpapakita yung pre-built blocks, skip nyo muna to. Proceed kayo sa lab number 10 saka sa laboratory number 11. Alright? So, ganun na lang muna. Since, yun na nga, karamihan sa atin is hindi nagpapakita yung pre-built blocks. And I don't also know why maybe kailangan pa natin, sure. Pero latest naman na kasi yun eh. Hindi kaya may na-miss tayong module na kailangang i-download or package or extension. So, hindi ko sure. So, ganun na lang muna, no? Hello? Nakikinig pa?
Okay, sir.
Alright.
Sir, sige, sir.
Sige, ganun na lang muna. So, mga nakapagpagana, then kung pwede na yan, then pwede nyo na submit nyo na. Pero yung deciding factor natin is before midterm exam pa. Kung magawa ko ng paraan to para ma-share ko sa iba na hindi rin nila napapagana kasi wala talaga nagpapakita. Pre-built blocks. Anyway, so resume na tayo dun sa kung saan tayo tumigil last meeting. So I think we've stopped here in laboratory number 10. So for sure, tapos na kayo dito, right? Tapos nyo na ma-install. Is there still someone who haven't installed the virtual machine yet? Lahat kayo na-install nyo na?
Hindi pa, sir.
So, hindi pa. Okay, so yung isasubmit nyo na lang dito. So, download ko lang ulit. Okay. Okay, sige, hindi pa. Alright. So, yung pinaka-output nyo na lang. Okay. Hanap ako na may screenshot. Alright. So, kuha na lang kayo ng screenshot dito. Okay. Pero, dadagdagan ko, there's an additional. So, inform the others who are not here. So, for your laboratory number 10, open nyo lang ulit since na-install nyo naman na itong CentOS na operating system. So, add nyo lang. Mag-add lang kayo ng folder. Okay. So, create a new folder. And then name it CentOS. Oops. Wala. Yan. So, name it CentOS. So, dapat merong another folder dito or kahit saan dyan. Basta makita ko tatlong components. Dalawang folder, saka isang, I don't know if this is recycle bin. Limutan ko. Pero dapat tatlong component na makikita ko dito. Okay. And then, screenshot nyo lang to. Ay yung buo kasama yung virtual machine. And then, yun na yan. So, gusto ko lang makita yung proof na na-install nyo na mismo yung CentOS 7. Okay. So, create lang kayo ng new folder, CentOS. So, are we clear on this one? Screenshot lang and then yun ang isasend nyo dun sa laboratory number 10. Alright. So, again, create a new folder, name it CentOS, and then yun yung isasend nyo sa laboratory number 10. So, I just need the proof that you were able to install this one properly. And then, of course, you have to check kung connected ba siya sa internet. and then yung terminal kung gumagana ba, and then yung anong version ng Python nyo. But of course, Python 3 naman yung gagamitin, so Python 3.6.5 din yung papakita ko dyan. Or, mas mataas pa dyan. Okay. And then turn up. Alright, so that's it for laboratory number 10. And then for laboratory number 11, alright, so here in laboratory number 11, so gagamitin nyo na yung virtual machine nyo and then start nyo lang yung i2 IoT na operating system. So pasok lang kayo dyan and then makita nyo na yan. And then, punta lang kayo sa terminal nyo mismo. Okay? So ito na yon, mula sa step 2, letter A hanggang sa pinakalas, kung ano man yung mga pinagawa. Okay? So just take a screenshot of those. So you should have the same result. Okay? Mga ganito. So just take a screenshot of those. So step A, screenshot. Step B, screenshot. Step C, screenshot. Step D hanggang sa pinakadulo. Hanggang dito sa step J. Okay? So, hanggang K pa pala. Quit to exit interactive interpreter. And then, mag-part 3 na kayo kaagad. So, part 3, screenshot din nito. Itong letter A. So, PowerShell to ng parang Linux base. And then, create kayo ng new file. So, basically, every step na merong output, ganun na lang. Every step na merong output, take a screenshot of that one. So, paste nyo lang to sa isang, let's say, Microsoft Word or PowerPoint. Pwede rin naman, as long as makita ko yung mga screenshots ng mga ganito nyo. Okay. So, yeah, hanggang sa pinakahuli. Ito, hanggang letter E ng part 2. So, dapat ganyan yung magpapakita. Alright? So, are we clear with this one? So, proof lang to na, yun, ginawa nyo lahat ng steps. Okay? Hindi lang basta ginawa nyo yung iba and then yung iba in-skip nyo. So, I need the full steps from part 2 to part 3. So, screenshot of those. Okay, so yun ipapasa nyo dito sa laboratory number 11. So, are we clear regarding with this one? Hello guys? Diyan pa ba kayo o kumakain na kayo? Knock knock.
Sir, dito pa sir.
Diyan pa. Mabuti naman. Okay, so kaya mamaya nag-join lang kayo tapos umaalis na kayo. Mag-ML na yata kayo eh. Okay, sige. Ganun na. Screenshot lahat nung part 2 hanggang part 3 nung laboratory number 11. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, possible talagang sa Microsoft Word na lang dapat talaga ilagay para mas magaan, mas madali. Okay, so ganun na lang sa Microsoft Word nyo i-paste. So, eto na yung pinaka-last na laboratory nyo actually sa midterms. Hindi ko nadadagdagan kasi nga exam nyo na
Yes.
exam nyo na next week. Okay. So, hanggang laboratory number 11 lang tayo. So, may 4 pang modules to be exact. So, baka marami na akong tatanggalin. Okay? Hindi na natin gagawin lahat ng mga nasa NetAcad. So, titignan ko na lang yung mga makakatulong para dun sa final project nyo this coming finals. Okay. So, we'll see kung ano yung magiging final project nyo, kung paano siya. Okay. Alright. So, tapusin lang natin to, itong chapter 2. So, defining prototyping. So, as you all know, prototyping is the process that you do before making it to the final project. Bago nyo i-finalize lahat-lahat. Okay? Parang nasa pre-built state pa lang kayo. Okay? Pwede pa kayo may baguhin sa design, sa electrical, sa physical, and sa programming, and so on and so forth. So, marami pa kayong pwedeng baguhin. Okay? So, of course, laging ganon. Okay? Lagi tayo nasa prototype. Even the cellphone that we're using is, the prototype of the newer version right now. So, sila nagbe-base kung ano pa yung mga pwede nilang dagdagan para sa bago na technology. Okay? So, IoT is one of the things that, very fresh when it comes to having a lot of prototypes. So, nasa state pa lang tayo ng, let's say, 10%, okay? Or 20% na wala pa talagang final project when it comes to this thing, when it comes to light, when it comes to this sensor, and so on and so forth. So marami pang ini-improve sa lahat-lahat. Okay? So if you want to know or to learn more about prototyping, okay, so you can click this link. Okay. So ito, matutulungan ka niya para malaman mo yung mga pinag-uusapan about Internet of Things. Okay? So, how to prototype. So, maraming ways kung paano naman mag-prototype. So, the first thing that you need to know is yung ways, okay, or yung mga method. So, one good example of prototyping is tong rapid prototyping. Okay, so ito yung pinakagamit na gamit when it comes to IoT. So, kung gusto nyo malaman about rapid prototyping method, so you can click this one, okay, para malaman mo yung process. So merong video doon na mag-explain kung paano ba i-implement ng rapid prototyping na to. And then another thing is, let's say, yes, marami kang gustong i-prototype pero problema mo yung budget. And then let's say, meron kang super good or super genius na idea. Okay, sobrang ganda na sa tingin mo is makakatulong talaga sa mundo ng IoT. Okay, so you can always find a financial help, like yung sinasabi nating crowdfunding. Okay. So marami nito hindi lang sa IoT, pwedeng kahit sa ibang field. Basta meron kang idea, okay? So isa sa mga company na yun is yung Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and so on and so forth. Actually, marami pa din. And Crowdfunder are just 3 of the many online crowdfunding programs. So, click nyo lang to para mapunta kayo sa isa sa mga crowdfunding na website. So kapag nagustuhan nila yung, let's say, yun, yung prototype mo, so pwede sila mag-donate para matulungan ka na matapos yung project na yun. Okay. So lahat ng mga inventors nandun, parang mostly ay nandun para magtulong-tulong. Okay? So yeah, with that having said, so what IoT invention will you create? So make sure na, let's say, create ka, something that is really helpful and interesting and then functional. So dapat sobrang wow talaga ng project mo. Okay? So yun lang naman when it comes to prototyping. And then, of course, bago kayo mag-prototype, okay, kailangan nyo ng physical materials. So we have a lot of websites for you to give or for you to get an idea. Okay? So the first thing that you need to have is, of course, the internet. So dati-rati kasi sobrang hirap ng, pagkuha ng idea. As in, talagang gusto mo nang makakuha ng idea, kailangan mo bumili ng magazine, kailangan mo bumili ng libro, kailangan mo pumunta sa library, and so on and so forth. So right now, sobrang laki ng pinagbago nung nagkaroon tayo ng internet. Okay? So there are several websites you can visit to connect with other makers. So Makers Media is a global platform for connecting makers with each other to exchange projects and ideas. Okay, so this is one good website wherein you can find a lot of enthusiasts, okay, na, let's say, paano kaya pag ganito? Okay, parang dito yung exchange of ideas eh. Okay, dito sila nagbe-brainstorm, kumbaga. Okay. So dito yung iba naman, hindi talaga creator, but they are here to buy the product itself. So napakaganda to kasi pag nagustuhan nila yung idea mo, okay, pwede nilang bilhin. So if you want to go here in Maker Media, so you can always go here in http://magazine.com. Okay, so isa ito sa mga pinakamalaking exchanging of ideas or projects. Okay, so magazine. So control and then click nyo lang to. So mapaproceed na ka dun sa website. So other websites that can help you give you an idea on what are the things that you're going to do when it comes to prototyping is Lego Mindstorms. So kapag about robots ka naman, so probably one of the best website or one of the best company that you can go to is Lego Mindstorms. Since ito yung parang, blocks na talaga. As in, pwede mong gawin to, pwede mong gawin dyan. Kasi yun nga, Legos, creating from scratch and then having it work from nothing to this thing. Okay? So kung gusto mong malaman about Lego robots, so yeah, click nyo lang to. Just go to this website. And then kung more into kuan ka naman, like model construction system, so Meccano is one of the, or yun, pwedeng Meccano actually, or pwedeng Electroset. So dalawa yan. So ito naman yung makakatulong sa'yo pagdating sa mga metal strips, plates, angle girders, wheels, axles, and then gears. So pwedeng siguro sa mga kwanto, sa mga cars. Okay, sa mga smart cars kasi more on wheels and axles sila. Okay, so robotics, medyo combine tong dalawa pero more on kung na to eh, sa ilalim kung paano siya gumalaw, okay? Or kung paano niya igalaw yung mga joints. So pwede rin. Okay? So baka makakuha rin kayo ng idea. So just visit this one, www.erector.us. And then another one is yung 3D printing, which is very, so ito siguro yung pinaka-expensive no, para sa akin. Kasi the machine itself, okay, the machine itself is worth thousands of, or even millions. Okay, yung depende sa laki. Okay, so 3D printing is a process of making a solid object based on a 3D model computer file. So basically lahat ng model pwede mong gawin dito. Okay, so talo na ito yung Lego kasi nga mas, of course, mas flexible to. So if this is blocks, this one can create, you know, a smoother shapes or kung ano man yung shape na gusto mo. Okay, as long as you have the money to buy such 3D printer. Okay? So, yeah. So, you can visit this website para magkaroon ka ng idea about 3D printing. Okay? Makerbot.com. And then, electronic toolkits. Okay. So, after nyo magkaroon ng, let's say, mga gamit or kung ano yung mga gusto nyo talagang gawin, so, one thing na kailangan nyo is yung electronic toolkits to program those sensors or to program those prototypes. So, for beginner, okay, for learner, okay, Arduino is one of the best platform to start with. Okay, so, dito naman, actually, almost complete na tong Arduino. Parang magagawa nyo na almost lahat. Okay. With the use of Arduino. So, yan, kompleto naman siya. Maraming switches, napakarami ring sensors that you can do with Arduino. So just click this website para mapunta kayo sa Arduino. Okay? And then another thing, kung gusto mo mag-level up, let's say, yun, parang sa tingin mo hindi mo na magawa tong bagay na to sa Arduino, so you can always, you know, level up with Raspberry Pi. So Raspberry Pi is a low-cost, credit card size computer that plugs into a computer monitor or TV. Okay, so sobrang liit lang niya, wherein same with our computer pero mas maliit lang siya. Of course, lower RAM, lower processing, lower in everything, of course, since mas maliit nga siya. Okay, so it is capable of doing everything a computer can do. Okay, from browsing internet that can even play high-definition video to making spreadsheets or word processing and playing games. Okay, pero of course, hindi siya ganun kalakas. Pero of course, mini computer siya. Okay, so yeah, pwede ka mag-create dito ng sarili mong program using a Raspberry Pi. And then BeagleBone, kung gusto mong mag-level up pa, okay, level up pa sa Raspberry Pi. So BeagleBone is very similar to Raspberry Pi in size, power requirements, and application. So the BeagleBone has more processing power than Raspberry Pi. Therefore, it is a better choice for applications with higher processing requirements. So if you want a faster mini computer, so you can always go with BeagleBone. So to check further details about BeagleBone, so you can visit this website, right? And then programming resources. So of course, after nyo magkaroon ng physical materials, ng toolkit, okay? So of course, kailangan nyo ng working programs para dun sa toolkit niyan. So of course, for Arduino, meron tayong Blackly. I think merong Blackly din sa Arduino. And then merong Packet Tracer para sa Blackly, and then Python. So yun. And ano pa ba? So basically, yun lang naman yung mostly na ginagamit, itong Blackly saka Python sa IoT. Okay. And then, meron tayong MIT, OpenCourseware or OCW. So it is a web-based publication wherein mapapamilyar mo parang introduction, okay? Para malaman mo or matutunan mo yung mga introduction about programming languages for free. Okay, so isa to sa mga pinakamagandang website kung gusto mong maging familiar to a certain or mabigyan ng introduction. Okay, hindi naman expertise pero at least getting familiar with that certain programming language. Okay, so you can always go here. So just click this website. And then another company or another website is Khan Academy. So for sure, naririnig nyo to, Khan Academy. So malawak na yung, actually, yung range nila, hindi na lang sa programming. So marami na rin silang sakop. Okay, so it is a free website. It is a world-class education for anyone and then anywhere. So the lectures related to computer programming can be found in this website. So khanacademy.org. So yeah. So sobrang helpful din ng website na to when it comes to looking for programming resources. Another website is a Code Academy. Okay, so dito naman is like more on exchanging of comments, okay, or ideas. So dito, interactivity to help people learn how to write computer programs. Okay, so more on parang nag-tweet lang sila sa isa't isa. So parang live feedback to para dun sa mga taong nagtatanong din via live. Hindi lang sa isang article na, okay, ito na yung pre-made, ito na yung ganyan. But what about kapag meron kang ganitong katanungan na hindi kasama dun sa tutorial like Khan Academy? So Code Academy is one of the good website. Okay, so you can always go here to visit this Code Academy. And then Community, Inventor, and Entrepreneurship Workshop. So perhaps you have something really great. So what now? There are a number of places where you can get help exposing your idea or prototype to others. So yeah, pagkatapos mong magawa yung prototypes, let's say working na nga siya, and then hindi mo pa nakukuha yung, say, kung humingi ka ng tulong dito sa funding, saan na yun? Yung funds na yun. Yeah, dito sa ito, sa tong website ito, okay, wherein you can ask financial help. So you can always look for your surroundings. Okay, kailangan ba to ng kapitbahay mo? Okay, kasi yung iba dyan, mali mo, mayayaman, pero hindi lang na-introduce sa nila kaya hindi nila alam. Pero let's say, nalaman nila yung ideas or yung prototypes or yung project na ginawa mo. So, you might want to ask them or introduce your project to them. So, malay mo, supportahan ka nila or bilhin nila mismo yung project mo. Okay. So, kung wala dyan sa kapitbahay nyo, so you can always ask the local government. Pero with minimum, sobrang baba lang ng suporte. So, pero meron pa rin naman, okay. Pero hindi ganun kataas yung support ng local government natin. So, just in case, gusto mong humingi ng tulong. So, yeah, local government is one of the choice that you can go to. So, another one is school. So, very common. Pero, of course, depende na lang kapag sobrang ganda talaga or panglaban talaga yung project mo. Okay. And Chamber of Commerce. So for information about workshops, classes, and expert advice. So yeah, so you can go with those three. So the whole government, schools, and other chamber of commerce. Okay. And the internet has many resources to help your idea get exposure. So marami namang yan, pwedeng Facebook, pwede mong i-YouTube na ganito yung project mo. So malay mo may makapanood or may makakita. So yeah, pwede nilang bilhin or pwede nilang or pwede ka nilang tulungan. Okay? So one good example to get exposure of your project is Quirky. Okay? So Quirky allows users to share their ideas. So when idea is submitted, other Quirky users can vote and choose whether or not they want to support your idea. Okay, so parang hihingi ka muna dito kasi ng opinion coming from other people if this project or if this kind of idea or kind of project is good or not. So if it's a good idea, it may become a real product. Okay, from prototype to a real product. So you can always visit the website here. All right, so ito na yung mga optional laboratories. So hindi ko na ito papagawa kasi I think wala tayong Raspberry Pi. Wala rin akong Raspberry Pi so hindi ko rin nagawa to. So kung may Raspberry Pi ka, okay naman, mas maganda kung marami kang free time. So yeah, ito yung mga sample projects na pwede mong gawin with the use of Raspberry Pi. So this is also a good opportunity for you to be able to learn how to program or how to code using Raspberry Pi. Okay, so nandyan naman lahat. So using PL app notebook, so you can check those things if you have Raspberry. And then kung meron ka namang Arduino, so you can, pwede mo rin gawin to. Okay, pero optional lang siya. So, I think meron na sa inyo may Arduino. So, hindi na to required dito sa course ko, okay, dito sa IoT. Pero kung gusto mong gawin, okay lang din naman. So, yeah. Blinking LED lang naman to. So, marami to sa YouTube actually. And then, summary. Okay. So, this chapter began by discussing how to apply basic programming to support IoT devices. So, flowcharts are diagrams that are used to present processes. So, meron tayong two common types of computer software. So, we have the system software and then application software. So, application software is a program that created to accomplish a certain task, while system software works between your computer hardware and then your application program. Okay. And then programming variables can be classified into two. So, local variables, so alam niyo na to, and then global variables. So, local variables is within the scope of the program, and then global variables can be found within the program itself. Okay. So, hindi lang siya nasa function, unlike the local. So, ito is like nasa lahat. Pwede mo siyang ma-call anywhere. Okay. And then, of course, meron tayong if then logic structure, for loop structure, and then while loop structure. All right. And then Blackly implements visual programming by assigning different programming structures. So, discuss naman na natin tong Blackly na to. So, ito lang isa sa mga ginagamit para sa Python, from Blackly to Python kasi convertible siya, vice versa. And then Python, ito na yung gagamitin natin in the future. Python is a very popular language that is designed to be easy to read and write. So, sobrang dali lang talaga matutunan ng Python. Like, parang pambata, sobrang dali niyang intindihan. Parang nagsusulat ka lang and then yun, nandun na. And then prototyping. So, yeah, nasabi na natin ito kanina. Prototyping is the process of creating a rudimentary working model of a product or a system bago siya maging final project. And then here are some of the websites that na-mention dun sa mga past slides kanina. Alright, so yeah. Kung hindi gumagana yun, pwede kayong pumunta dito. So that's it for the chapter 2. So after ng midterm exam nyo, chapter 3 tayo. Right? So hanggang doon na lang muna. So again, dagdagan lang ng isang laboratory from last meeting. So which is laboratory number 11. Laboratory number 11. Yeah, 11. Alright, so hanggang doon na lang muna for today. And then coverage of your exam will be, of course, the chapter 1 and chapter 2. So any questions so far?
Sir, may laboratory na exam or puro multiple choices?
I think wala na lang. Kasi puro laboratory ng ginawa nyo. So more on tayo. Maybe definition of terms, mga ganon. Or multiple choice. Okay, mga ganon. True or false. Alright. So hanggang doon na lang.